Hi buddy, welcome back to Rusty Gears Season 3 Episode 34 with me, Sid. We're here in the vault down at my desert base. I've just been tidying up, getting my ores a little bit tidied. I have done a little bit of work out here, but look at that. That looks... Oi, donkey, get off my bridge. So I've done a little bit of bringing this up. We'll shape this a little bit better once it's done. At the moment it's a blank canvas, but we're not working down here today. Where I want to work is in the spawn town. The reason for that is, well, I've got a whole load of slate for starters. I've also got a cat making whingy noises, and some meteoric iron because I do need to make myself some more tools. But I've put my clay, twine, mortar and resin away in there, so that's all done. And we're kind of working this clay box, for example, now could we could put these into the blocks box because, you know, it's blocks, and it does kind of fit in there, and then in fact we might even, nope, but I bet we can get them in there. Yep. And then, you know, that box can be removed. We don't need it. We've got a spare labelled chest which we'll pop away there for now. So as we work through our boxes, we're going to be clearing them out. We'll find storage for them. So some things like, for example, dirt, terra preta, will go into crates, whether they be these ones or whatever. Other stuff will go into chests, and it will all become and make sense. So, Spawn Town, let's head over there. We'll see when we get there. Alright, here we are. Interestingly, this has appeared in the thing, and my boat has moved up there. I don't know why up there, but there you go. I suppose it's out of the way. Not really very well positioned though, is it? So out, and you do kind of break your limbs when you... No, that's not going to work. We need to be above it, I think. Let me... I want to slow myself down, right down, and then not quite. I think what I need is something I don't have. Let me just, ow, okay. Need a block. That will do me. Pop that in there, and we can come over here. We can take our speed down to 0, and we can place you there. Take our speed back up to 1, and now it's up there on the wall. Does it matter whether it's on the wall? No, of course it doesn't. But it is. Right, so what do I need to do? First things first, I need to make myself 10, probably, or 9 meteoric iron shovels, 4 need 4 rubble hammers, because we've got a whole load of this to process, and I need some... I've decided to go with better shovels than bronze because they're just not hacking it. Their durability is too low. So let me just make sure you are all stocked and get this one lit. However, I am not going to lie to you, I'm not going to be able to process all of those in the time before they cool down, I don't think. So we'll do the rubble hammers first, and then I can make... there's something else I want to make some of. which is the leaf cutters, pruning shears. I think it's pruning shears, something like that. And then I want shovels, because, you know, things. However, you don't need to watch me do this, because, you know, we've done this a million times before. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright, slight problem. Doesn't look like you can make the pruning shears as out of meteoric iron, which was disappointing to say the least. Let me just have a look. Shear, that's shears. No, let's have a look at. No. Branch cutter. So you should be able to make them. Oh. Saw and a knife. I'm fairly certain I don't have a knife blade. I do, or will need a piece. What do I do? I am cooking my graphics card, so I turn those off. There we go. Well, I suppose what we do for now is we learn from our mistakes, and I don't need that desperately, and I think I actually have got a leaf cutter in bronze back in my house. So let me go and do this, and we are going to place those away because that takes us back up. I don't have the knife blade, do I? I should carry some knife blades around. That would make a lot of sense. I also need to change over to almost broken tools. I will need you, however. You can go in, and you can stay with me, but that can go in there for now. So what do I need? Well, I need a whole load of slate kibbles, as per Coulson. So we're going to whack you down there. We're going to get you in my hand. We're going to pop you in that hand, and I am going to just hammer all of the slate out of this block here, and then we're going to use the crusher, the old thingy box, the crushing box thing, to make a lot of slate gravel and a lot of slate sand. And we are going to have a small amount, probably one for every two of the sand and gravel, of slate stone. And we'll do this one. Damn it! I went over. Okay, it doesn't matter. Right, let me get. Oh, of course. Let me get you out, get my little snub-nosed chisel, pop you back in there, and we'll have 31 of those for now. I'll get more later. And then we'll go pop and pop. and grab you. So, at the time of your release, or if you're watching this on the day it comes out, it will be the 30th of April, and we have got, without giving any significant detail, because I don't think it's been announced, we've got a couple of let me make a couple of stacks of that for starters. We have got a couple of vintage story names, for want of a better word. I want to say celebrity, but it's not really. So we have a couple of people who have a certain amount of fame in the vintage story community. Let's just say it that way. And they're visiting on, I believe they're coming in on the 4th of May. And oh, my punk's gone. And yeah, let me do 2 stacks of that. So I wanted to just kind of do a little bit of work around the spawn for this episode and the next episode, which will be the 3rd of May, just to get a few bits and pieces that I've been planning to do done. Okay, let's grab those, and then we'll set you, no, and then I want to control and do that, and then we're going to do a couple of stacks of sand. And one of the things I want to work on is the roads and the market square, or at least the square at the top there. It's not necessarily going to be a market square, but it's going to be something. Now, I'm not going to have time, I don't think, to do, well, I probably will have time before the thing to do all of the work. Let's pop that on there, grab those 2. We can certainly, well, the easiest thing to do is just give myself more storage, isn't it, like that, and then we can do that. Boop, 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 boop. That works as a solution, gets me sorted. Let me just finish off that meat. That will free up another slot in my inventory. I am running around. So the magic pie, and I know Sheena has mentioned my magic pie. This is not a magic pie, it's a book, by the way. But I am going to have at least 1 slice of that in my inventory at the end of the season. But everything, when you are offline, goes off. Now, this could possibly, conceivably, be thought of as cheating, because it is exploiting a bug. But I went down into the kitchen, the pantry, the other day, and these 3 items were going off. They were actually decaying. They had a percentage decay on them. I put them in my inventory, logged off, came back a day later, and they have now got no decay, and they are fresh for ages, which quite frankly is a little bit mad. Right, I need my chiseling box, my boxy box of tricks. I am going to need you, and I am going to need you, and I am going to come out to here for starters. and we are going to chisel these blocks back so we can see where we're putting some of the road system in. And I'm going to do this probably down to certainly as far as here, just to start off with. And we are going with the slate because A, I've got the most access to it, B, it matches the red of the roof, and C, it was one person voted for that, one person voted for that, one person voted for that. So of all the ones we did, yeah, that was probably the most, you know, thingy. Actually, what I should actually do, let's be sensible about this, is go 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I chisel those up and dig them up, then I can just bring that over, can't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just make sure everything. Oh, I didn't really need to do that, but that's fine. We'll make sure that everything is okay. And of course, for the most part, I'm exposing mine and Per's house, so we'll fix this. Honest, Per, it's not going to stay like this. But this was the reason why I'm having to do this stupid chiseling, because I mean, I would have had to do chiseling of a type anyway. That much is a certainty. Man, my inventory is absolute pigsty. Let me just go and get rid of that. The vintage beef is probably somewhat obsolete as well. But well, I probably need to dive down into. Yeah, I'm going to need to do this, aren't I? All right, let's get a wiggle on them. So if I come over here and do a, because it is still granite, even though it's got this texture on the top. Then we grab a bit of U and we do a bit of this like that, perhaps. Maybe throw one of those in just to, oh, hello, get that. I'll go and grab the other bits. Seriously? Alright, we'll do that. Fine. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I've had enough. So, yeah, the idea here is we're going to get this road in somewhat complete, and we'll also fix that once we've oh, come on. How many can I not pick up? Those two. Oh, I can't even get out. The only problem with people completing their shops is you end up stuck with what you're trying to achieve. Anyway, let's get these in. Doesn't really matter what we put in where, because in theory from beneath they should. Oh, hang on, no, that's not going to work, is it? I'm going to need you. I will pop you there. Definitely going to need you. And we'll sort this. Anyway, yeah, the long and the short of this is that we are making this road system. And there's a lightning storm, so there's a very good chance that I might get killed. So yeah, let me just quickly get some of this done, because obviously we are going to replace all of this, get the road in, and I've got a little idea that I want to do as well for want of a better word, a curb. Yeah. And then I just need to go back and get that one block. So let me continue. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we are almost there. I have got a system. It's not a perfect system, but it does work. And well, I say almost there. We're not almost there. We're nowhere near there. We are almost at the point where we have the main entrance area defined and put a road down, and the little bit next to the ceramic shop. I have decided to put a fountain in the middle though, because that means I don't have to do that. So it's constructive laziness. I don't know whether even that's a thing, but that's what we're calling it. And yeah, I found a system whereby when you're in your inventory, because the mouse moves around, you can quite rapidly get these down and finished in such a way that you get that going. Right, so that is that. Next thing I probably need to do is think about the stalls, and maybe the fountain. Maybe I should do the fountain first. I don't know what we're going to find if I go hunting around in the oh no. In here. What I would like is some really nice light dish. I'm going to just go and return the empties. Right. Halite. Yeah, I mean we could use halite, but we've got a fair bit of limestone there. What about limestone? Yeah, I mean that'd work, wouldn't it? How many blocks do I think I'd need? If I take, let's go with 1, 2. That's 36. That's 36. Let's just use 3 of those. I'm fairly certain there'll be no marble. Obsidian's almost out the sandstone. We've got a little bit of shale, some suvite, no periodite, firelight. Little bit of kimberlite, halite, no, granite, conglomerate is going to look horrible. Claystone, no. Andesite, no. Basalt, no. Bauxite, no. Chalk would be the other one, but that would only be the choice of chalk over marble. We need a finishing chisel for this then. Let me go and get 36 of these to start off with. In fact, let's get more than 36. How many have we got there? 49. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave that at that. We'll go with the finishing chisels And then what we'll do is we shall come up here and we shall replace you with this. No, that's not a shovel. And then I'm going to chisel these so they are like that, with one piece here which does that. I think that is sufficient. Going to get that in place. We'll put some water in and then we'll think about a fountain for the middle. Get that done. I'll be back in a second. Okay, well, that's in place. I'm not sure. I don't like that. I really don't. I think I've got better artifacts and bits and pieces floating around down here than that. I did put a glowy pipe in the fountain, so that should look quite interesting at night. But I don't know what to put on the top. I mean, the banners, seems that Builder St. Adrian doesn't seem grandiose enough. Obviously, chandelier's not going to work because it's kind of upside down. What about, actually, let's just try something. Can I get away with that, I wonder? Let's give that a look. And then we're going to throw together and it is, sorry, this is nothing fancy, but my thoughts are, if we can come up with, oh, hello. Can I have that block back? Thank you. Oh yes, yes. That was exactly the right choice. In fact, the only thing I'm questioning now is whether I should refine the chiseling a little bit up the top here. Like that. Could be, and then we could. I don't want to chisel these down too far because they will. Let's do something like that, I think. But if you go too far down with these, then you end up with the water coming out, and water's quite difficult to control in Vintage Story in my experience. Now, of course, Per is going to think that I've got something in for her because once again I built something over the top of her base that's making noise. And dripping. Oh, that's annoying. I didn't even know it did that. We may need to move that then, or raise it up one. That would be the alternative, would be to raise it up. We'll see. We'll have a word with her. I think that's probably the fairest thing to do, isn't it? However, what I would like to do is pop this in. And then we're going to slim this down a wee bit. I should have probably put it higher up so I can, because I'm going to copy it using the pantograph anyway. And yes, I know I keep calling it the pantograph, it's deliberate. let's just take it down to that kind of size. Yeah, we're going to have to do something about that, whether it's move it. I mean, we've got, you know, places where we could move it to. We'll have to have a chat. So this here is going to be a market stall, and we are going to photograph you, and then we're going to apply you here. Like so. And then we're going to use this. Now, I think too high is probably enough. We can probably get away with actually just making it too deep as well, can't we? I don't know. Let's see what we get. So coming over the side, it's too deep. I don't know. I do not know. Or should I stab it? No. Do I go 3 deep? I think maybe 3 deep. I think. And I'm missing a piece, okay. Yeah, I think that makes a lot more sense. This is not Minecraft. We don't need to worry about villagers escaping from the shops. So let's just get this in. Then I need my hand planer. And we are going to take you right down to the thinnest of the thin. It kind of has a look of fabric. Oh, that's a lag. Lag spike. And then there's a couple of options. One option is maple fences. Not happy with that. We're going to need to do something there, aren't we then? But that kind of works. The other option, which is always the more dangerous option, is, and this will not require quite so much to make it work, is going to be aged beams, which have the advantage they don't clip through the top and they don't do this around the side. So could we get away with that little market stall? I think we can. And then what we want to do on this side, let's just do similar here. And of course, you know, it has been pointed out that if the way the beams were behaving when I was doing the chicken coop, it may have been easier to actually just chisel the wood, and I agree, it possibly would have been. However, what I do want to do is on this, so I need some building blocks. Just to, and I'm very tempted to trim this one back as well, so we may do that yet. But what we'll do underneath is we'll I've only got so much of this plaster as well, so that's a consideration. But I'd like to get a couple of stalls in, one here and one possibly here, maybe a third one here if I've got enough. I had 64, I've used 20, so I've currently got enough of this. Let's see how we go. I'm going to do a little bit more chiseling and I'll be back in a second. Alright, I don't know why I was on there. Hang on, let me stop flying a bit. So the blue light is definitely working up there, so that works. I'm happy with that. I think I will, between episodes, raise this up one level, so it's taller, and we'll maybe put some steps up on the side so you can walk up. I think that's the only thing I can reasonably do to stop it leaking through Per's roof. However, we've got a few bits and pieces that we can throw in, so we can chuck in, we can make a little book stand. We've got this, which can come one of the there. Don't know, don't like that, but we can straighten it up a wee bit. Put one out front, stick a pottery one. Don't like the way those beams clip, but that can go like that. We can maybe even stick a bit of that there, and maybe even one there, just so there's something going on that stall. And then we can come around here. That can have a big old crate there, and maybe we pop up, hello, one of those there. That can have a bit going on. Oops. Ooh, hello. Did not want me to place that one. Bit of that going on, and just for good measure, we'll stick a scroll there. And there you go. Pop-up little stalls. They're all identical, other than their decoration, but you can come in and put yourself a till or a shop in there. You can sell whatever you want, and Bob is the relation of your choice. But I think that will do for this episode. We obviously need to do far more road building, but this kind of gives us a solid understanding of what we're aiming for. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.